Welcome to the great blue sky. It's an early start this morning as we catch a 6 a.m. flight from Melbourne to Sydney. Let's go and check in. We've got an international connection after the Sydney flight, so we've got to go over to the left. But hang on, what were those windows up there? That's a bit of foreshadowing, because we're off to the club lounge today. We finished check-in, up the escalators for the first time, in fact, for me, and here we are in the club lounge. Not a bad array of foods. Toasted sandwiches seem to be the main thing. Nice beverage station. And there are those windows. So let's have a look through those windows from this side. I'm sure many of you have checked in down there at Melbourne and looked up at those windows. And yes, well, this is what it's like on the other side. Well, it's time to go now. Out through this discreet side entrance, and we got to go to the left, the left. Oh, never mind. Of course, we're going to be in a Boeing 737 today. Not this one, the one behind it, but they look pretty much the same apart from the different winglets. Now let's head off to the gate 24 today, and we'll just casually take our seat here. Oh, smoothly done. Alright, let's see what we have. We've got a seat, a window, an engine. Looking good so far. Okay, tray table comes down. Oh, nice squeak. Adjust the screen. Yeah. Tray table goes up. Safety card. This side and that side. Yep, all looks good. Okay, that's the pre-flight checks finished, and we are now ready for takeoff. Is it just my imagination, or are we going backwards? Is this a comment on the state of Qantas, or is this what normally happens? Let me know in the comments. It's a pretty short taxi this morning out to the runway, so just enjoy the view as we make our way there.
Journey to the magic places of regular Aussies all around Australia and the world. Welcome to Qantas.
First, and then help others.
And now we're turning onto runway 27, so it's getting close to takeoff. So we're going to head out to the west and then turn to the north to get to Sydney. We seem to have swapped our aeroplane for a ship, and now we're sailing along a cloudy sea. But then we leave that behind and head up into the morning sky. Let's turn our attention to the entertainment system. Not all the 737s have these, of course, so I guess we're lucky. Not exactly state of the art, it's not too responsive, but I do appreciate the moving map. Let's see what's in the Qantas magazine this month. Yeah, lots of glossy pictures and travel tips, to be expected, I suppose. But Qantas, is there some concrete advice that you could give to our viewers? Is there something that they should really do? Ah, yes, excellent advice. And here is the moving map. Not particularly informative just yet, but we should zoom in soon. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so as you can see, we've really only just left Melbourne, and we've still got quite a way to go before we get to Sydney. Great view of the left side engine. There was also one on the other side as well, but I don't have any video evidence of that. Breakfast was much appreciated. Presentation wasn't the best, but it did taste a lot better than it looked, I'm happy to say, with a nice subtle curry flavour, and it all disappeared, so it can't have been too bad, and the coffee was great too. Now, I know that you're supposed to do a toilet tour in these kinds of videos, but the person sitting next to me was sleeping throughout pretty much the whole flight, and I didn't really want to, wake them up just so I could pretend that I had to go to the toilet. So we're just going to have to leave that to your imagination, so we can picture the golden taps, the expensive marble, all the fine accoutrement of Qantas's 737 toilets. If you have been in one, let me know in the comments if that's really how they are. And as you can see, we're getting closer to the ground now, which must mean we're getting closer to landing, which must mean we're getting closer to Sydney. I suppose it does kind of look a bit like Sydney Harbour out there. Now around here, we were able to see some planes that were ahead of us in the pattern going into land to Sydney. They had some kind of alien cloaking technology which made the camera go out of focus, but we do get them here. Yep, there we go. We can see one there. We'll just zoom in a little bit. There we have it. So it's ahead of us in the pattern, and I'll put up a handy dandy diagram so that you can picture what's going on here. So we're in the black plane, looking over at the other planes not shown to scale. Right, so now we're going to come in to land. Sydney is a little bit out of focus this morning. I'm sure they'll sort themselves out soon. Yes, that's looking better now.
Welcome to Sydney. The local time here is 20 minutes past 7. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is on. As always, smoking, vaping, music experience is not permitted whilst disembarking or throughout the terminal. Please take care when opening overhead lockers as bags may have moved and could fall out. Before leaving, please check your seat and seat pocket for any personal items.
Well, we've arrived at the gate at Sydney, so we must be just about at the end of this video. Thanks for coming along. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you again next time, somewhere out there in the great blue sky.